Welcome one and all to another edition of Swiss's Commuting Chaos. And if you're new to the channel or haven't yet subscribed, hit the pause button and subscribe. And please hit that like button, it means an awful lot. Now, so Steve-O, we're back. It's always good to be back, Carl. Now, Steve-O, it appears that there's some rubbish flying across the road. No, Carl, I think you'll find that there's a pair of disembodied day-glow shoes involuntarily crossing the road all by themselves. Now, Steve-O, are you sure they're not being worn by a gimp? It's always a possibility, Carl. It's always a possibility. It looks like Swiss is approaching Blackfriars, and lo and behold, it's fellow YouTuber Beans on Toast. Of course, that's what he looks like before all his videos go through AI. He doesn't really ride an MT-07. Anyway, just look at the view of contempt on his face at Swiss. Oh, hello. What's that there then? That's a pretty cool looking bike for a 125. In fact, I reckon I'd go even further and say it's a pretty sexy little bike. Well, apart from that bloody grey L plate on the front forks. Oh, Tony, looks like we've got another of these e-bikes on the road. And I'm going to say he's not going to stop for the red light. Yeah, smashing, Ralph. The thing is, if it's an e-bike and you're not having to pedal it whilst going uphill, you're either Gandalf the fucking wizard, or what you're riding is an e-moped. In which case, you've got no right to be in the cycle lane, because if it's throttle powered, it's a bloody motorbike, not a bicycle. Now, Swiss is going to pull over for the police car coming up behind him. The police car is going to turn right into St Thomas's Hospital, and Swiss is going to carry on. Now, the chap in the SUV has seen Swiss coming down the road, and he's going to pull out anyway. Now, you can put that down to an isolated incident, but as we roll the film forwards a couple of hundred yards down the road, approaching Lambeth Bridge, we can see that the same SUV is in the middle of the lane, but as he approaches the traffic lights and comes to a standstill, he deliberately swings out left to block the motorcyclist from filtering down the inside of him. Now, I'm at the top of the A3. The road broadens out into two lanes of traffic. The smart car on the left-hand side is joining the carriageway, and up ahead we can just about make out a motorcyclist in the outside lane. There is no lifesaver check over his shoulder, he just indicates and pulls across, and it's only because the driver of the smart car has seen him and takes evasive action. He doesn't go under the wheels. I have to say, I wince every time I watch this footage. So if you're new to biking, make sure you have that lifesaver check over your shoulder before changing lanes. It's called a lifesaver check for a reason. Oh, Tony, what have we got here? Well, that's a UVO, an unidentified velocipede object. Right you are then. So it looks like we've got another of those illegal e-bikes going down the cycle lane in Farringdon Street. But just look at the speed he's going at. He's trying to beat some land speed record or something. Well, Tony, a bit of tea cut and I reckon that'll be right as rain. Yeah, smashing, Ralph, that should buff out nicely. Now, the lights have clearly changed, so why this chap in his electric BMW have carried on braking is beyond me. I can only assume that he's so pleased with his sanctimonious purchase that he's in some sort of rapture or pleasuring himself behind the wheel. Either way, he's not paying attention to what's going on the road. Now, there's no silly voice on this next one. I just wanted to point out how easy it is not to see things. And this one's on me, not the pedestrian. Even though he steps out when he shouldn't. And I've paused the film here because I've had to highlight where the guy is, because he is absolutely perfectly camouflaged against the building behind him. And obviously, I'm still to the right of the camera, so he's still blended into the building behind, and it's not until this point that I actually see him. So I'm going to speed the film up. We're going to go a couple of hundred yards down the road to the IMAX roundabout. We're looking at the pedestrians, whether they're actually looking at the traffic coming towards them. She is, so she's not stepping out. She's on her mobile phone and hasn't got a clue what's going on around her. And this chap, well, let's see if we can work out what's going through his head. I wonder what I'm going to have for supper. Maybe spaghetti bolognese or macaroni cheese. Shit, I'm going to die! Now, Swiss is filtering down the outside of the traffic at Battersea, and the lights for the pedestrian crossing are clearly red. We can even hear the peep peep peep. So as this chap starts to cross and he goes in front of the van's going to pull forwards through the red light and beep the pedestrian. Yeah, as though the pedestrian's in the wrong. And then the jeep's going to follow him through the red light as well. But as we get level with the van, turns out this guy works for Camden Council, but not being content with being a complete wazzock, he's also on his mobile phone. I believe we can safely assume that that's a contributory factor to what's just happened. You're right, that's it. Let's call it time of death, 6:15. Yes, I know I'm on a motorbike, but I identify as a cyclist. Anyway, I'd been out the night before. I'd had an absolute skinful. I took the son's white Corsa. Bloody marvellous car. It doesn't attract attention at all anyway. The lights were definitely green when I went through. But I was very, very drunk.
Mate, is that electric? Yeah? Oh, it's nice. It's beautiful as well. You don't usually see a beautiful
No, they're
bike.
usually pretty crappy.
Yeah.
The flip side to this is they're bloody expensive.
I bet. They're worth every penny though, the way they look.
It looks
What
great.
is it?
It's a Zero, made by a Californian company.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They look powerful too.
It's 0 to 60s in about 3.9 seconds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lamborghini fast.
Pretty car.
Now, so Steve-O, we're the headline act again. As always, girl. Looks like we're back at Battersea here, mate, and Struth. Do you reckon that cyclist is aware of how close he came to death? No, Carl, he's Mr. Oblivious. Allows everybody else to take priority for his safety. Yep, straight through the red light. Reckon that's worth a look from another perspective here, mate.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's one lucky cyclist. No, Carl, he's just a cat. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and stay safe out there, guys, because it's a bloody mad world.